Your eyes turn red and your actions get sluggish as the losses pile up. As you fall lower and lower in rank, your gameplay becomes erratic. You take risks you normally wouldn't dare to try, but it only makes things worse. You rage at your teammates and seethe as the words "defeat" appear on your screen. You're tilted. It's one of the most frustrating emotions in gaming, and it's made worse by the fact that you can often tell that you're tilted, but often don't know what to do about it. Until now. A data analyst named Data Llama gathered numbers from thousands of League of Legends games to figure out what tilts people the most and how they can overcome it. Armed with his research, good players can put together a system to avoid tilt and climb the ladder. Data Llama started by identifying trends that players experience each time they sit down to play League. For example, performance tends to ramp up through the first 3 games as the player warms up. It's not a good idea to go into your first League game cold. It gets really interesting when players win or lose a number of games in a row. For the average player, losing 3 straight games will cause their win probability in the next game to drop an average of 3%. A 3-game win streak has nearly the opposite effect. In other words, the effect of multiple wins or losses can snowball. That means that playing during a loss streak usually makes things worse because you're tilted. So how can you avoid it? Well, one solution could be to take a break. Data Llama found that players that took a 10-minute break following a loss saw their expected win rate jump in the next game compared to players that queued up immediately. But the same isn't true for players coming off wins. The numbers show that it's better to jump right back into the queue when you're already winning. Expected win rates for those that won their last game actually drop following a short break. They recover a bit over time, but never get back to the high that comes from queuing immediately after a win. So how long should your break be after a loss? The magic number seems to be 25 minutes. Long enough for you to shake it off, but not long enough for you to get rusty and need another warm-up. It's a great time to hydrate, meditate, or otherwise refocus your mind. But don't wait too long. Taking more than 30 minutes will cause your expected performance to drop again. Armed with this data, you can put together a game plan to avoid tilt and break losing streaks. For a quick review. 1. Warm up before you play a serious game. Professional League players will warm up on stage against teammates so they aren't nervous when the game starts. You can do the same with League's practice tool. 2. Remember that tilt can happen to even the best players. It's not just you. 3. Take a break after losing a game. It's better to have rules and processes in place before you start playing so you're not tempted to queue immediately. 4. When you're on a hot streak, keep going. Get right back into the game for the best results. You can become a better League player overnight by following these rules. Trust in the data, and good luck out there on the Rift.